Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be learning how to set up your first campaign on Valleue. So without wasting much time, let's get right into it. So the first thing, there are two things you have to do before you know you can create a campaign on the platform. So the first is setting up your sending domain, and second is actually setting up or creating a list. So you must have these two things in place before you can create a campaign. So let's look at how to set up your sending domain or where you can do that. So just come here where you have sending and click on it. So you can see sending domains. So let's open that. Right. Here you will find the domains you've already set, that's if you have, and you've already, activated, that's if you have any. And you can also add new sending domains. So this your sending domain is the from, right? So when your emails are being sent, there is a from on the on it, right? So you send the email from this sending domain. I hope that makes sense. So right. So here I have some domains already connected. So the first one is active, while the second one is inactive, right? Because the records are not properly verified. That's why I have inactive domain right here. While the first one here, the records are properly verified, and that is why it is active. So when setting up your domain, make sure that everything is properly set up, right? And active and verified as well. That means that you have, successfully connected your domain. So let's see how to add a new domain. So you have this button that says new sending domain. So you have to click on that. Then it brings you to this page where you have sending domain, and you have to put your domain name right here. You have to fill out your domain name in this input field. And when you do that, you click on save. So after you do that, it's going to take you to another page, right? Where you will have to, and provide you with some records that you have to now add to or verify with your domain provider, right? So just follow the instructions and, verify that. If you have an engineer at hand, if you're tech savvy or if you have an engineer at hand, they would help you to do that. But if you run into any issues, please feel free to always reach out to us and we can help you set everything up nice and good. So let's continue. Right, so let's assume that you've done your domain name setup and everything, right? That means it is going to be verified and active right here. So our domain is set up now. Then the next thing we'll have to do is to create a list. So just come to where you have your lists and select lists, right? So to create a new list, just click on this button and you can create a new list. I'm going to make another video to show you how to create a list step by step. So, but for the sake of this video, right, I'm going to use one of the already existing lists I created. I created. So if you want to create a new list, just click on the create list button, follow the instructions, or you can watch a tutorial of how to do that step by step. So moving on, you have your lists and your domain set up. The next thing you would have to do is to click on campaigns. So when you select your campaigns, now you can create your campaign, right? So I'll just click on this button that says create campaign. Now I have to select a campaign type. So this would help me, build out the email, right, that I want to send. So I can go with the regular or the plain text, which is just like plain text and stuff. But if I go with the regular, I can use the drag and drop and every other thing that I want to use, right? So I'll just go with regular. So while that is selected, so I have to select which list I want to send the email to. So I'm going to use this test campaign list, right? And then save and next, right? So now I am on the setup page. So I have to set up the name of my campaign. So I'm going to say test, or let's say tutorial. Yeah, that's not correct. Tutorial campaign. Email subject. I'm just going to name it whatever. Right. So the name of the sender, and we have the domain, your verified domain name is going to show here, right? From your name at your domain, right? That's what this is going to look like for the receiver. Then you also have to set up your reply to. So I'm going to use the same email and the domain that I have set up previously. So once I have that filled out, right? I have those filled out. Now, let me see. Now, right. I have that filled out now. The next thing that I would have to do is to click on the save and next button, right? I'll just do that so that can proceed, right? So here is where I have to build out the template for my campaign. So I can either create from an existing template or upload a template if I have any, right? So I don't have any templates to upload. So I'm going to select from an existing template on the platform. So I'll just click on start. So here are some pre-built templates that you can choose from, right? So if I already have templates that I built in here, because you can actually build custom templates for yourself that you reuse in your emails at any time. So if I have that already built out, I can select my templates and I would find them in here. So I don't have any, right? So it is empty. So let's proceed. I'll go back to basic. Yeah. So I'll just select let's say I'll just select a random template for the sake of this tutorial, right? So I'll just select this one. So now I have to select how I want to build my email. So if I use the Builder Pro, right, I can get access to, of course, the drag and drop features and things like that for me to be able to build my emails, right? So if I go with the classic, I just have like a text area to just write and yeah. So I'll go with the Builder Pro. Yeah, so this is what it looks like, right? This is what the template I selected looks like. So I can have I can have my logo up here, right? I can have a link. Then the text area, if I have images to put in here. So for the sake of this tutorial, and I don't really have, I don't really want to send any email or anything, right? So I'll just move on. So we'll just assume that you've updated all this. There's a separate tutorial on how to use, this editor, right? There's a separate tutorial on that, on how to build your templates on Valleue. So you can watch that tutorial to get deeper insights on how to use it. But this is basically what the interface looks like. If I need to add an image somewhere, I can just drag this widget in and I have an image area I can upload. If I need a text area, I can just add that here and, just like that, just simple and straightforward process. If I want to add a YouTube video, I can just drag that in and, just do whatever I want, right? So there are a lot of widgets here that you can use for whatever you want to do, right? Video, footer, button, table, and all, right? So like I mentioned, a separate tutorial is available for that. So while I would assume that I have, finished with my email, creating my email, right? I'll just have to check on tablet, check on mobile. I can preview further if I want. So this is what my email is going to look like on a mobile, right? I can go ahead and modify it further, but that's not in the scope of this tutorial. So I'll move on to the next thing. So I'll just save and close. So we have that all done, right? I can add an attachment. So the next stage is still about, the template side. I've added my template right here. I can preview it if I choose to, right? And I can add an attachment to this email. I can add a pre-header by clicking add pre-header. And I can write that in here and save, right? So I didn't write anything, right? So then I click on next to proceed. Right. The next thing is if I want to schedule this email or I want to send it immediately, right? If I want to schedule it, I just simply select the delivery date and delivery time and then save and proceed, right? But I want to send this email right now, so I'm going to hit save and next. This is the point where I can preview this email, right? I can send a test email to myself, or I can actually send it or still schedule it. So let me see. Let me send a test email. So I'm going to use right. So there you have it. That is how to set your campaign, right? If I hit send, the emails will be delivered and sent to anybody that is in the list, right? So I have 3 recipients and they will be the ones they'll receive the email, right? And yeah, that is. So you can see, I just refreshed the page, right? And you can see that the emails have been sent. So you can see that the emails have been sent and 100% delivered, right, to the 3 subscribers I have on this list. So if I want to get, so that is it on how to send your campaigns, right? And if you want to see your statistics, you can simply click on statistics to go and check your analytics and the performance of your emails, with detailed results and everything within this section. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial on how to set up your first campaign or how to set up a campaign on Value Mail. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you need help or assistance, feel free to always reach out to us via social media or our email, right? You can also simply visit our website like so and just click on the contact button right here. That's the contact page is still loading. So just click on the contact button and fill out this form, right? And someone would reach out to you. And someone will reach out to you the shortest period of time. So thank you again for watching, and please subscribe to our channel for more tutorials, on how to use Value Mail and other beneficial information and on email marketing. Thank you.